The Voice fans frustrated with voting want change now. When it comes to competition series, a lot of responsibility is placed on the judges. However, fans often forget that they themselves are often the ones determining the winner through their votes. That said, there are times when fans think changes need to be made in the way their favorite competition shows tally their votes. Recently, The Voice has gotten some flack for a change to its own format. Fans have already seen a few changes to The Voice's format over the years. The Voice is an American adaptation of the original Dutch series, The Voice of Holland. Its U.S. counterpart premiered back in 2011 on NBC. In a twist on the typical competition series, judges, celebrity coaches are brought onto the show to critique the contestants and form their own teams. As with many competition series, public voting determines who ends up the season's winner. As noted by NJ.com, viewers are only allowed to vote as the competition reaches 8 contestants. This has been the case since season 26. Prior to this, voting took place much sooner, when the contestants were in the top 12 or 13. As the publication mused, not only does the new format give fans fewer opportunities to weigh in, it also leads to some pretty dramatic eliminations. For instance, through the playoffs round, coaches must cut down on the contestants. This means the lineup goes from top 20 into top 8 within a span of only 2 episodes. On social media, fans have been sharing a similar sentiment. While watching a video of contestant Connor James on YouTube, one fan wrote, "I don't like how they go from top 20 to top 8. Bring back top 12, top 10, top 8, top 5, and finale." Another fan shared, "Agreed. Cutting each team down from 5 to 2 contestants is brutal. They should have saves or steals available in the playoffs." A third fan also admitted, "I hate it. It gives such little time for the live rounds and barely allows the audience to get involved in the process. The Voice could use to improve its format." This is a sentiment The Voice fans have shared throughout social media. Another fan recently shared, "They do change the format fairly regularly. This season I am especially disappointed because so many great singers went home before the live shows." The fan then asked for suggestions and other commenters were happy to oblige. One fan shared a list of possible changes, from cut the sob stories to let Canadians vote. However, they also shared that, slow down the amount of eliminations. It's such a drastic cut in such a short time. It's hard to get connected to artists when they're gone so quickly. Other fans shared their own thoughts on the issue. A few agreed the eliminations happened all too suddenly. Some also suggested other ideas to change up the voting. These comments included, "And to make it worse, eliminating more than one person and go from 8 to 5? It just seems random. What's the difference between the battles and the knockouts? Almost nothing. Find different ways to eliminate if you aren't going to do live shows." The first immediate fix that jumps to mind is instead of having the top 8, have a top 12 3 per team, as it gives extra opportunities to great artists. This does require extending the lives by a week and maybe cutting them marginally, like 3 week 1, 3 for week 2, and have a 6-person finale. I agree. I think they should format the lives more like American Idol, where only one person goes home each week. Have you been keeping up with The Voice? Do you think there should be changes to the voting or elimination process? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. It's the moment every fan waits for. The lights dim, the host calls out the finalists, and votes are tallied for America's next favorite voice. But for many fans of NBC's The Voice, what used to be the most exciting part of the show has now become the most frustrating. As season 25 draws to a close, a growing chorus of viewers is demanding a change in how the show's voting system works. The Spark. Another season of eyebrow-raising eliminations and shocking saves that seem to defy logic and vocal talent. Talent versus popularity. A long-standing issue. For years, fans have debated whether The Voice rewards actual vocal excellence or just popularity. It's not The Voice anymore, it's the followers, one user posted on X, formerly Twitter. This season, the frustration has boiled over. Despite jaw-dropping performances from technically superior contestants, many found themselves edged out by singers with larger social media followings or more coach support. This isn't a talent competition anymore. It's a popularity contest, and it's exhausting, said longtime fan Melissa Chen, who's watched the show since season 1. I can't tell you how many times I've voted, thinking my voice matters, only to see the best performer get sent home. The instant save controversy. Much of the backlash centers on the instant save mechanism, a last-ditch live vote to save one of the bottom 2 or 3 contestants. While the idea is thrilling in theory, in practice it's been criticized for being rushed, unfair, and easily manipulated. The East Coast gets a big advantage, noted one Reddit user. We're voting before the West Coast has even seen the performances. Time zone disparity has long been a sore spot for fans, with some calling for either delayed voting windows or a restructured finale night that gives all viewers equal footing. Even more pressing is the feeling that the instant save favors contestants with pre-existing fan bases, effectively punishing newer or more niche artists who haven't had time to build a following. Fans call for voting reform. Across social media, the call is growing louder. Fans want voting reform, and they want it now. Several ideas are gaining traction. Equal weighted voting, where coach and fan votes carry equal influence, especially in the later rounds. Anonymous voting, removing names and social media links to level the playing field. Voting limits per household or device to prevent ballot stuffing by superfans. A panel of industry experts to weigh in alongside public votes during instant saves. "I'm not saying take the power from the fans," said YouTube vocal coach Darren Brown. But right now, the system isn't highlighting the best voices, it's highlighting the loudest fan bases. Coaches add to the controversy. The coaches, once seen as neutral mentors, are also under scrutiny. This season's panel, which includes Reba McEntire, John Legend, Chance the Rapper, and Dan plus Shay, have all faced criticism for playing favorites or making questionable saves. One particularly controversial moment came when a clear front-runner was eliminated in favor of a more marketable artist. "They're choosing who's going to sell records, not who's singing best," commented a fan during the live tweet session. "It's all business now." Fans are calling for more transparency in coach decisions and less strategic maneuvering. Some even propose having rotating guest coaches or unbiased mentors during the finale stages. A history of ignored feedback? This isn't the first time The Voice has been accused of ignoring its most passionate viewers. Over the years, petitions have circulated demanding changes to the format, but little has shifted in terms of the core voting mechanics. Meanwhile, fan disillusionment grows, along with declining ratings. "Look at what happened with American Idol," warned fan blogger Rachel Keys. "They didn't listen to viewers, and people walked away. The Voice could be next if they don't evolve." The silver lining and a path forward. Despite the backlash, fans haven't given up on The Voice. The passion behind these complaints shows that people still care deeply about the show, and they believe in its original mission, to discover untapped talent based on skill, not image. "There's still magic in The Voice," wrote one viewer in a trending TikTok video, "but the system needs to catch up with the audience. We're smarter, more tech-savvy, and more demanding now. We want a show that respects our votes and the artists we love. If NBC wants to maintain The Voice's cultural relevance, it may be time to listen, really listen to the fans who've stuck by through 25 seasons." Because edits.